In a notable display of faith and diplomacy, Vice President JD Vance met privately with Pope Francis on Easter Sunday at the Vatican. The meeting took place in one of the reception rooms at the Vatican guest house where the Pope resides, as part of the Vice President's Easter weekend visit to Rome. Vice President Vance expressed gratitude for the opportunity, particularly in light of the Pope's recent health challenges. "It's good to see you in better health," Vance told the pontiff during their exchange. Pope Francis has been recovering from a serious case of pneumonia and a rare respiratory infection that had raised global concern about his ability to continue leading the Catholic Church. At 88 years old, the Pope's recent illness sparked prayers and well wishes from around the world. As a gesture of kindness, Pope Francis presented Vance with 3 large chocolate Easter eggs for his children, along with a Vatican tie and rosary beads. Though the Vice President's children were not present, the gifts underscored the Pope's continued warmth and personal touch even amid health struggles. While Easter Mass was celebrated in St. Peter's Square, Vice President Vance arrived at the Vatican via side entrance, as the Pope had delegated the Mass's celebration to a senior cardinal due to his ongoing recovery. Later in the day, however, Pope Francis made a public appearance in the Pope Mobile, his first since falling ill, to greet the tens of thousands gathered in the square. Seated in a raised chair in the back of the white vehicle, the Pope was met with cheers of "Viva el Papa" and a sea of waving flags. The Vice President's visit also included meetings on Saturday with senior Vatican officials, including the Secretary of State, Cardinal Pietro Parolin, and the Vatican's Foreign Minister, Archbishop Paul Gallagher. According to officials, discussions centered on shared religious values, the state of Catholicism in the United States, the persecution of Christian communities abroad, and efforts toward achieving global peace. Conversations also touched on sensitive global issues, such as migration and refugee policy. Pope Francis has consistently spoken out against policies that associate immigration status with criminality, warning against measures built on force rather than the dignity and equality of all human beings. In contrast, Vice President Vance has previously cited a traditional Catholic theological concept known as Ordo Amoris to justify prioritizing national interests in immigration policy, suggesting that love and responsibility begin at home and extend outward from one's family and community. Vance, who converted Catholicism in 2019, has often referenced his faith when discussing public policy. His meeting with the Pope highlights the ongoing influence of religious values in both his personal and political life. This Easter meeting served as a symbolic moment of connection between the United States and the Vatican, emphasizing the shared goals of faith-based diplomacy, global peace, and humanitarian concern.